Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy kdeemo. I'm back in another video today. I'll be predicting the Raptors record as the All-Star break. So if you are new, make sure to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna leave my mic here and just talk about the video, so let me know your thoughts and how you all think on this type of video. But anywho, let me search the Raptors record as of right now. The Raptors record is at 20-17. So basically, they played 37 games, they won 20 of them. So that's basically like almost a 50% win percentage, if I'm right. But like they played 37 games, so like I think as the All-Star break is next month, I think they'll probably be at like 25 or 30 wins, if I'm right, because right now, as of December the 1st, they've been really good at home. As their home record right now stands at 12-10, they have a positive record. So I think the Raptors could probably rack up a couple of wins come the All-Star break. And on the road, they're 8-7, so that's not too bad, and along with positive. And they're 5-5 in their division, and they're 12-11 with their conference. As the Eastern Conference, kind of hard, so I wouldn't blame them on that. But they're on a 16 win streak. I'm recording for before and after the Suns games, but yeah, after the All-Star break, I think we're at the All-Star break. Honestly, I think they'd probably rack up a good 5 or 10 wins, or probably 15. Depends how long the streak goes. I could probably say they end up at like 25 or 30 wins. So let's say they get to like, let me think of a good record. I could say they probably get to 25 and how many games are left? They're basically like 37. So they have, I know 6 games were postponed, but so they have 20 more games to the All-Star break. So I'm gonna split it in 10. Let's say they win like a good 5 or 10 games. So if they go like 5 games, I think they'll be like 25 and 22. I think the record probably will stay the same, and the Raptors are 7th in the East, so I think if they can, they're not that far from the Bucks in the East. So they probably can win a couple more games. Like I think they could probably slap to the 6th or 5th seed, why not? And then at the end of the season they get a 3 or 4 seed, then we're definitely making some noise. So I definitely break down the conference, standings and then their team records. So I think how many more games they have at home? So 7 of the next 20 games are at home. So I'll probably say almost half, 40% of the games are at home. So I would say they'll probably win a good amount of their home games unless they lose 2. So I'll probably say they'll probably definitely win 5 games after the All-Star break. Or even 10 if I'm going to expand it. But I'll probably say 5 or 10 games. So I would say at least 5 on the road, or 4 or 5 of their road games, and then a good 7 or 8 of their home games. So that's not that bad. Yeah, the record, they'll definitely be over 500 still. They're like 2 games over 500, so that's good. So I broke down their let's go to the stats actually. The stats, I know Fed VanVleet averages over 20 points per game. Siakam averages 20 and OG averages 19. If Pascal and Fed and OG they all get to 20 points at the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised. As Gary Trent Jr. and Scotty Barnes are averaging roughly over 15 points per game. So roughly throughout the whole line, our starting line, we can probably average 15 points without. So that's not that bad. I feel like that's pretty good, as everyone's averaging almost 10 points or more. The weaknesses the Raptors need to address come to All-Star break, I feel like they need to adjust getting a backup big and either Mo Bamba or Miles Turner or somebody, or also they need a backup playmaker because Dragic and Flynn, they definitely gotta get out of here. So they can get someone like Kobe White or even DeLon Wright or someone for backup playmaking duty, that could be good. Or if you can get, I heard they're going for Karis LeVert, so then go for Karis LeVert, that's pretty much good too. If they can find a swap for Boucher and probably get Claxton or someone before it, that'd be pretty suitable. But yeah, it's not that bad. So I broke down the Raptors team record and then the trade assets they could go for. What other trade assets could the Raptors go for? They probably could go for they could even go for Cam Reddish too. Cause I know Cam Reddish, people are saying he's pretty bad, but if you can get him like on a good 5 or 10 points a night, I think it'd be good for the Raptors squad. Okay, so as for stats right now for the Raptors, the good percentage of them, they're third in the league in steals, which is very good at 9.2 steals. So they're top 3 in the NBA in steals, which is obvious because Gary Trent Jr. leads the league in steals. They are first in fast break points. That's not a surprise because they're on the fast break, they're running like demons. And then they're second in second chance points. I'm pretty surprised because I saw, as they don't have a big man, they'll be hard on the glass, but second and second chance points is pretty good. They're first in deflections, 5 in the league in deflections, and they can keep getting deflections and get up probably in defensive rating and get the steals up to like number 1. That'd be very good. Well, how many rebounds do they average per game? Let's see what the Raptors are. The Raptors are 16th in rebounding as they average. The Raptors only average 44 rebounds per game. That's not even that bad. Shy of Memphis Grizzlies at 48. That's not even that bad. if they can get another rim protector, I think their rebounding per game, if they can get up to like at least 46 or 47, that wouldn't be that bad either. As for points, we're already in points too. Oh, the Raptors average 108 points per game. It's not even that bad. If they can get up to 110 by the All-Star game, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, the Raptors definitely need a playmaker in the back end with Fred VanVleet because there's not enough playmakers. You have Delano Banton, which is fine. You have VanVleet, but Malachi Flynn's gotta go, bro. If you can get at least like more to like, if you can get like a more like a 10 more assists per game, then this team's talking for ball movement. But yeah, if they can get up in points per game, they can get a rebound per game, and then where they are now, I think they should be fine. But yeah, if the Raptors can keep playing the way they're playing and then at the trade deadline go hard after the All-Star break, I don't even feel like the team will be a bad team. If I was an NBA analyst or someone, I could say the Raptors, honestly, they can get out in the first round because right now they're a 7th seed and they're face the Brooklyn Nets. But the Brooklyn Nets, honestly, they're not even that bad. They're pretty good at home, but on the road they're crazy. So I could probably say that if it was a Brooklyn Nets series, they could probably go to 6 or 5 games if I'm right, but if they move up and they face like someone like, let's say for example the Cavaliers, if they face the Cavaliers in the first round, that'd be very good. But yeah, I think if they face the Cavaliers on 4 and 5 seed, I think it'd be a good playoff matchup as a 4 and 5 seed. And I think the Raptors and the Cavs, they had good bad blood in the first game, and then the second game they got blown out because they had nobody. If they can go up to a 4 or 5 seed and then face the Cavs in the first round, I think they'd be a second round team and then face someone like the Brooklyn Nets or even the Chicago Bulls. But yeah, this team has very good potential. I'm not even that mad. If they can get to a 4 or 5 seed and then face Chicago or the Brooklyn Nets in the first or second round, I don't want to face Chicago in the second round to a 4 seed. That'd be a very good match to see versus DeMar and his own team. That'd be very good. But I really don't want to play the Brooklyn Nets. So they could probably give the Brooklyn Nets a run for their money with their defense and all that. But I don't know. But if they can get to a 4 or 5 seed, then we're making noise and all that. But is there anything else I missed? I broke down the stats, I broke down the stands, I broke down the record. Yeah, I didn't think I missed anything else, but I think Fred VanVleet certainly will be an all-star, as I feel like he definitely deserves a nod, but I think someone else deserves an all-star nod, Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, he's top 15 in scoring, so if he can keep going up and scoring about like a good another 22 points per game, although he missed some time, I think it'll be very good at the end of the season. Wouldn't you all say so? You easily have 2 20-point per game scores in Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam. As for OG as well, I think he's probably in the mix there. He averages almost 20 points per game. So if you can get OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet all averaging 20 points per game, that's like roughly like 60 points per game. That's almost half your team's scoring output. I think at the end of the season, if they all do that, that could be very good, as Gary Trent averages under 15 points per game. That's pretty much good. The only thing the Raptors need, honestly, to end things off, they only need the rim protection, they need backup playmaking duties, and then they just need another scorer. That's all they really need out their bench. If they can trade Dragic, get Flynn gone, and maybe even trade Boucher or Achua, I wouldn't be mad either about that. But yeah, I think if the Raptors can exchange their bench out for new pieces like Karis LeVert, Cam Reddish, and even Miles Turner to our starting, or even trade Pascal if you want to, I wouldn't be mad for what moves the team makes, as Masai knows what he's doing, right? So I wouldn't be mad either. So let's see where the season goes, and yeah, I wouldn't be mad if the Raptors make some moves and be heavy to give him push for a playoff push. But I think the Raptors, honestly, still stuck at 500. They probably will still be at a 500 mark, or even be a bit more of that, as I think they'll probably win about 25 to 30 more games at the All-Star break, as they just need more bench production, rim protection, and then more shot creating and assists. That's all they really need. The Raptors isn't really that bad. I enjoy watching them. As for Scottie Barnes, I think he might be a rookie of the year, honestly. That's very good. But I think the Raptors, they just need some small depth and some boost in scoring and defense and everything. If they can get another MVP type play like they had with Kawhi, I think the Raptors are going all the way. Honestly, if you get someone for example, a Cat, for example, and you saw him for a Siakam, then I think you're making noise. But that's going way too out of the bush. But I think you honestly just start small and just get key bench players like Chris Boucher. He's not averaging the numbers he had last season, but if you can get Boucher for someone like a Nicholas Claxton or even a Miles Turner with someone else, I bet that could be a fair trade. You wouldn't think? But I don't know. Those are my thoughts. But yeah, if you can trade Boucher, trade Dragic, trade Flynn, and trade Achua maybe if you want to, if you're really trying to shake things up, I feel like that could be fine. Because the Raptors only need is a center, and they need a 7-footer. That's all they really need. But other stuff like a backup point guard. That's not really necessary. I think you always find that in the free agency market and all that stuff. But I think the Raptors could honestly like maybe sign back DJ Wilson. You probably get like a good 5 or 10 points per game off that bench. And then you get Justin Champagnie in for 5 or 10 more points at the end of the season and then in the playoff time. Then you see you're working with, and then after the season's over, then you can see what you want to do. Then yeah, go ahead, go for it. But I think the Raptors team, they're very good at it right now. Although they started very well and then they started off slow and now they're starting to pick up the pace. As I feel like honestly, if they can face the Cavs in the first round, I think it could easily be a first round matchup, a good first round matchup. I'll say it again. As I easily see that going to 6 or 7 games, but I don't know who would win that series. I say the Raptors because the Cavaliers they're injured, but they're still playing good. But I think the Raptors might win that series honestly, and I think in 6 or 7. So I would take the Raptors in the second round where they face the Bulls or the Nets if you're gonna face them, or even the Bucks if you want to get lucky. But yeah, I think the Raptors, if they can give the Bulls problems or even the Nets problems or even the Bucks maybe, because I know the Bucks, they play very well without Giannis, then honestly, you can say the Raptors can probably sneak into a conference finals like the Hawks did last season, the 5th seed. So I don't know, those are my thoughts, but yeah, I'm just predicting the Raptors after the All-Star break and from onwards. So yeah, the Raptors have some challenges this season. Honestly, I think the Raptors can keep making noise. And then I know they're out without fans right now, but they're playing very well without fans. So I think if they keep it the way it is, then come summertime or springtime, you're making noise. But maybe the playoffs, they might have fans in the arena, so maybe that might be a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know, but we shall see from there. But yeah, did I miss anything? I said the stats, the records. I broke down player averages. But I think players that can go off too, like our bench players like Precious Chua, Cam Birch, Justin Champagnie, if those players have a spark in offense at the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised. But honestly, yeah, that's the Raptors. They're playing very well. Yeah, I'm very surprised to see the Raptors during the playoffs and after the All-Star break. But yeah, I feel like the Raptors, if they can get a rim protector, like, or someone that can stretch a floor, like for example, like Karl-Anthony Towns, and then you can get another shot creator like Karis LeVert or something like that, and then a backup playmaker and even DeLon Wright if you want to, or someone like that, or Kobe White. Oh yeah, I honestly think too, Scottie Barnes he could definitely win Rookie of the Year, because although he's not making an impact as of right now, but if he can keep flourishing, he'll probably make an impact at the end of the season. So yeah, the Raptors, I think they're very fun. They just gotta pass the ball more, and then rebounding and points per game not that much issue. If they can probably find a good playmaker to get them 5 or 10 more assists a night, then sure, go ahead. But they're holding down their opponents to under 100 points. If they can keep playing and holding their opponents down to under 100 points, people underratedly, if they can spark up and give a spark like Steve Mihailuk, Delano Vanton, and even Chris Boucher, that's a good bench lineup in the playoffs. Like I'd be very scared if I'm facing. Like if anyone's for the Raptors, I don't think they want to face this team come playoff time. But yeah, I don't really think I broke down all the team stats. I broke down some of the player stats. I don't think there's anything wrong with the team. But if you can get someone for a drive and get like about like a 15 to 10 points per game score, then you're fine. Then DJ Wilson, if you can get like 10 points per game, then you're moving. Then Precious, if you can get like 10 points as well. And even Utah and Steve, they can all get under 10 points per game with the bench lineup, then you're making noise easily. As for the Raptors, I don't think anything else would be wrong. If they stay healthy, and they keep at 500, and they make noise and slide to a 4 or 5 seed, come playoff time and after the All-Star break, won't be surprised. But anywho, the Raptors game is going to start, y'all. That's my thoughts on the Raptors in this season. So if y'all are new, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. So if y'all are new and you want more videos like this, let me know, hit me up, or leave it in the comment section, as I'll be sure to do it. But it's your boy Dean, baby. Have a good day, y'all. I'm out. Peace.